If you do all of these things I'm telling you, I guarantee you, man, your testosterone levels are gonna go through the roof. Let's boost your testosterone naturally. All right, here's the thing. If you're trying to boost your testosterone levels, today you're gonna hear a lot of people talking about TRT, HRT as the only way to do that. Well, that's not necessarily the case. There's a lot of things you can do to boost your levels naturally. They're gonna make a phenomenal difference in your overall testosterone levels. Here's the thing, when it comes to building muscle, when it comes to optimizing your hormones, when it comes to losing more body fat, all of that is requiring testosterone. As an older guy, testosterone levels are naturally lower, man. It's just the unfortunate part of aging. Now, the key reasons for that, not because you're chronologically getting older, it's because as you get older, you typically slow down more, or you become more sedentary, your job's more sedentary, and you start eating for more convenience, or you don't eat enough. That's the other thing. Some people get to where they only eat once or twice a day, which messes with your metabolism. So at the end of the day, you've gotta do the things I'm about to tell you if you wanna boost your testosterone levels naturally. Now, funny story before I get into this, when I first was deciding whether or not I wanted to work with this channel, Live Anabolic, the biggest issue I had is the name in itself, Anabolic, Live Anabolic. All right, because I got a lot of friends, I've been in the fitness industry over 30 years. Obviously, most people associate anabolic with actual steroids, anabolic steroids. So when I would tell people, hey, I'm working for this company called Live Anabolic, oh wow, you're gonna be talking about HRT and TRT and how to take this and what to take, what not to take. Not at all, completely opposite. We're here to show you how to do these things naturally. Now, the only thing with anabolic, the meaning behind that term is basically just in a state of muscle growth or in a state of growth. So you're growing. That has nothing to do with a drug. Just wanted to get that out of the way because it's kind of funny, even to this day, when I talk to people and they ask me what the name of the channel is and I tell them, that's their assumption, especially when they see me, and I'm sure Mark gets the same. When they see us, they assume that we're loaded up on all of this gear. So that's what this channel is about, which it's not. With that out of the way, the very first thing that you have to make sure you are prioritizing, man, is nutrition. Now, in most of the videos, when we're talking about weight gain, when we're talking about hormone optimization or losing fat, we always talk about nutrition. That's how important it is. It's paramount to your success no matter what your goals are, especially as an older man. When you're younger, teens, 20s maybe, you may be able to get away with some bad eating habits if you're working really hard. 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, that is definitely not the case. Doesn't matter how hard you're working, if you're not following a sound nutrition plan, you're not gonna get the results that you're looking for, maybe not get any results at all. So nutrition is going to be key. Now, one of the things you wanna focus on as well is making sure you're getting the right kind of nutrition. So you wanna make sure you're getting your proteins, your carbs, and your fats. Now, the key to this is cholesterol is one of the better fats because cholesterol is a precursor to testosterone production. Some good eggs, but egg yolks. You see a lot of people throwing away the egg yolks and just focusing on the egg whites. Well, if you're gonna eat 10 eggs, you wanna throw away some of the yolks because each egg yolk is basically 5 grams of fat. So if you eat 5 full eggs, you're getting 25 grams of fat. You don't really need that many, but 20 grams is perfect. Typically 15 to 20 grams of good quality fat per meal is gonna be perfect for optimizing your testosterone production. So that's one of the main things you wanna do. Just make sure you're eating all macros, get your good lean protein sources, your lean beef, your eggs. If you like dairy, go ahead and get dairy if you're not lactose intolerant. If you're eating that way, it's gonna help you not only, again, optimize your testosterone levels, but build more muscle, which in turn is gonna help you burn more fat. A lot of things that go hand in hand when you're eating right. Next thing, you gotta do your resistance training, man. All right, now here's the thing. Several studies out there showing that the king exercise for testosterone production is squats. At the end of the day, I'm talking to a lot of older men. I don't expect you all to go back and do some back squats. I don't even do back squats anymore. But there's a lot of different squat variations. The goblet squats. All right, you can do goblet squats. Even if you're just starting and you're struggling to get any type of squat movement going, just do body weight squats. Hold on to something for support if you need to for your balance. but just do some variation of a squat. There's dumbbell squats, goblet squats, there's so many different ones. Even if you can't do a full squat, do a chair squat. Sitting back into a chair, rock yourself back up. Sitting back into a chair and rock yourself back up. Just something that simple is gonna help you stimulate more testosterone. That is the key. Now, you still wanna make sure you're doing a full, you wanna make sure you're working your full body. You don't wanna just do squats and nothing else. When it comes to resistance training, even though the squats are gonna be the king of testosterone production, you still wanna make sure you're working your chest and your back and your shoulders. You don't want any muscular imbalances. So you wanna make sure that you're doing all your compound movements, a bench press variation, a shoulder press, some kind of back row or a lat pull down, something like that. If you're hitting all of those exercises, then you're also gonna be building around your bone structure. So you're gonna keep your bones stronger, which is one of the issues with older guys is, you start losing some of that bone density. You wanna strengthen your bones, you wanna add to that density, you wanna do resistance training. So those two things are gonna be huge, very critical for improving your testosterone. Now, this next one is rest, recovery, and stress management. All of those are pretty similar. Now, what does that mean? Rest or sleep. You wanna make sure you're getting your 7 to 9 hours of sleep each night. Now, 7 to 9 hours of deep sleep is going to optimally get you where you wanna be for more growth hormone, more testosterone production, all those benefits, better recovery, lower cortisol levels. All of those things are coming with more sleep within that 7 to 9 hour range. Now, that's rest. The recovery is from workout to workout. Basically what I mean by that is you don't wanna do full body workout on Monday, full body workout on Tuesday, take Wednesday off, another full body workout. You don't wanna overstress your nervous system. You don't wanna overwork your muscular system. You wanna make sure you're following a sound program. So you can work all body parts 2 times per week if you want. Just make sure there's a 2 to 3 day break in between those same body parts. So you can do upper body on Monday, lower body on Tuesday, take Wednesday off. Upper body on Thursday, lower body on Friday, take Saturday and Sunday off. That's an easy setup. You're working everything twice, you're getting enough rest and recovery days, and you're not gonna overload your central nervous system nor your muscular system. So simple things like that. Now, that's not the only split. It's one of those out there. There's a lot of others you can follow. Within my programming, I basically do different splits every 30 days. I'll do that split, I'll change another split after 30, I'll do another split the next 30. I like to make a lot of different changes, but they all have built-in rest and recovery days to optimize your testosterone production. So that's gonna be key. The stress management side of that, we're living in a high stress society where everybody's very anxious, high anxiety, men are depressed. There's so much going on. A lot of older men are getting to an older age. They've spent their whole earlier years basically just taking care of other people. I'm trying to say this the best way. I've lived that life. I mean, I've raised 3 kids, been married to my wife almost 29 years now, and worked at a corporate job. I was a bodybuilder. I did all of these things. And yes, life can get hectic. It can be stressful. The last thing you want to do is stop working out, which unfortunately is the first thing most men do. They feel guilty. They're afraid to take that time away from their family, their spouse, or their job. Well, you need that time for yourself. It's a stress relief. You want that time to just get away from everything. I like to just plug in my headphones, an hour, 4 days a week. I turn everything else off, tune everything out, and I just focus on me, my health, and my stress relief. I get through my workouts. I prioritize my workouts because they are huge in today's society. So just keep that in mind. You want to make sure that you are following a good resistance plan, you're following a good program with built-in rest recovery, and you're following something that's gonna allow you to relieve or release some stress. Now, that's only one way to relieve stress is working out. Another way is just prayer, meditation, reading. Find something that you enjoy doing and make sure you prioritize it. You do it. Something that makes you happy, something that gets your mind off of work, something that gets your mind off of the daily stressors, something that just completely makes you happy. And then you make sure you do that. You just gotta prioritize that because that's gonna make a massive difference in your overall health and again, going to your testosterone production. It's gonna help you increase testosterone, because when you lower stress, you lower cortisol, which is a hormone that competes with testosterone. So that's gonna be key. The last thing I wanna talk about is just optimizing your micronutrients. All right, why am I saying the micronutrients? We already talked about nutrition. You already know you need to be eating good fats, good healthy protein sources, good carbohydrates, some fiber, things like that. Well, you don't want to neglect your micronutrients either, because here's the thing when it comes to a lot of men. Most men are deficient in several either vitamins or minerals, and two of those are zinc and magnesium. When you plug that back into your body, it makes a night and day difference on how well you sleep, which means you're also going to improve your testosterone production. So there are a lot of great supplements out there, ZMA supplements. So that's one of the things I make sure all of my clients are taking. But there's a lot of other micronutrients. What I would recommend is just finding out specifically, if you're eating a good variety of fruits, veggies, and a good variety of carbohydrates and protein sources and fats, then you've got it covered. More than likely, you're gonna be great. But if you're somebody like me who doesn't really like vegetables at all, and maybe you don't eat a whole lot of fruits because of the sugars in fruits, something like that, then you're gonna be missing out on some of those vital micronutrients. So just find out if you're deficient in anything. If you are, make sure you're eating some either vitamin D3. That's one of the things that a lot of people are deficient in. Zinc, like I mentioned, magnesium, like I mentioned. There's several different types of minerals like that that are just common deficiencies. So just make sure that you're eating or taking a supplement to offset any of those deficiencies. If you do all of these things I'm telling you, I guarantee you, man, your testosterone levels are gonna go through the roof. And again, naturally. It's not the supplements that are gonna be doing it. It's the benefits of all of these other things. The eating right, the working out, the relaxing a little bit to remove some of the stress. All of that is naturally going to improve your test levels. Now, when I mentioned the supplements at the end, basically I'm referring to some deficiencies. If you are deficient in those minerals like zinc and magnesium, by replacing those, it's not the two minerals that are gonna boost your test levels. The two minerals are gonna help you get into a deeper state of sleep. Once you're in that deeper state of sleep, then your body's going to produce more testosterone, more growth hormone. It's gonna recover better, and it's gonna reduce that cortisol. You're gonna wake up feeling more refreshed, and your days are gonna be more productive because you're gonna feel better and have more energy from day to day. Well, there you have it, man. Do these things, you will start boosting your test levels. And I hope you liked the video. Thank you so much for watching. And as always, get busy, get after it, and God bless.